Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana here.
This is Alfie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker. This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Casper inside.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Hello there, wrestling fans, and welcome to Owners Month on the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe, the Panther, the Third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain, all the way down to all 50 states in the globe, it's Happy Heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, internationally known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? Welcome to Owners Month.
Yeah, welcome to Owners Month. Are you ready to open this fun thing, Geekins?
Yeah, you can start the intro.
Okay, let's give a warm welcome back and welcome to our friends and yours, our friends from the wrestling show, Kate and Matt Jones.
What's up,
What's
guys?
what's going on?
Welcome back, Kate. And now we have... Oh, sorry, Kate.
Hey, Justin, what's up, dude?
What's going on, wrestling fans?
Yeah, we're here. So what have you guys been up to since the last time?
Wait. You were going to introduce them, Joe. I forgot.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to do this. If our fans are not familiar with you guys, introduce yourselves.
Thanks. So my name's Matt. This is my wife, Kate.
What's up?
We started the wrestling show on YouTube. Started off as the YouTube wrestling show, and then it evolved itself into the wrestling show, where we've got multiple different titles, multiple different wrestlers and characters that we play and parody. And every week we put out brand new content for wrestling fans all over the world, and we have a hell of a great time doing it. We take suggestions from all the great fans out there. So if you guys have any requests for how you'd like to see wrestling be different and or better, feel free to leave us some comments on the wrestling show, and you can see some of your ideas implemented on the show.
Okay. Deacons?
So what you guys been up to last time we talked?
Wrestling a lot, creating the show, coming up with storylines, evolving the wrestling show, and, creating a little drama and a little heat like we always do. We always find ourselves in that.
Yeah. So how long did it take you guys to come up with your, the whole thing with the wrestling show? When did it start? When did you guys start your whole thing?
So back in 2018, I was on YouTube on my creator studio. I had always been a YouTuber since the beginning of YouTube, and I had made some videos where I'd parodied The Undertaker, and I actually partnered up with Google way back in the day. And then there was a whole bunch of comments that came, and since there was a lot of odd negativity, I got demonetized, and all my comments got blocked for years. And then 2018, an update comes to the system. I click a button held for review comments, and it's just days and days and days worth of comments that I had on this one video. I was like, what in the heck is going on with this video of me parodying The Undertaker? So I tombstone Kate in the kitchen the next day, and the fans kind of went crazy, and I started parodying The Undertaker and Tombstone and Kate in the basement, and having The Undertaker's theme music play. And
it's true story. I literally started off in the basement. He played The Undertaker. I played random girls that he just tombstoned and beat up and did crazy things. And then it kind of just evolved to parodies. He would just parody John Cena, and I would play Nikki Bella, and people really, really liked that. But then we wanted to make it more than just us playing other characters. We wanted to create our own characters. So then we started creating our own characters, creating our own storylines, and just creating a wrestling show that is unlike any other wrestling show that you see because we didn't start doing it live. We just did it in our house, in our basement, in our living room. And it evolved from there to where now, you know, we have a gym and a wrestling ring and more wrestlers than just me and Matthew.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, like you guys got into a little bit of you guys have been talking. You guys said something about at the show. You guys had a little issue though. If you want to talk about it.
So yeah, I'll start this off. So I mean, this is basically as a wrestling show. I am a wrestling fan, you know, and we like putting our product out there, and we like getting good feedback, and sometimes negative feedback is good too. We had some negative feedback from independent wrestling organizations and other wrestlers that had come in to work with us. We were getting feedback, you know, these guys were saying, my promoter's not going to let us work with you guys.
Yeah.
Or work on their show if we work with you guys.
Yeah,
like,
so that's kind of how this between us and the indies started going bad is we were trying to reach out to like other indie wrestlers like, hey, would you be interested in trying something new? And they'd be like, yeah, my promoter he doesn't like what you guys do. And he wouldn't, you know, if I was to go on your show, he like just wouldn't let me. And we're like, oh, okay, well, that's odd. And then here in town, there's kind of a group of indie wrestlers, like guys that have been doing it for like years, you know. Like when I mean years, they're like in their 50s still doing these same shows. And me and Matthew got to headline one of their indie shows. It was my very first show. Interestingly enough, the very first time I did a live show was my first time ever even stepping foot in a ring. So it was like a very like nerve-wracking moment for me personally. But the indie guys there were so mad and they were actually really mean to me. Like I feel like I've been pretty honest and open about that since the beginning, that I didn't appreciate the disrespect that I got from these old, you know what I mean? Like we're all people here. You know, it's just wrestling. We're here to have a good time. But these older gentlemen really took themselves very seriously and they were not nice. And anyways, long story short, like a fight almost broke out between the promoter of that show and all the indie wrestlers. And anyways, we were like, okay, indie scene's not going to be for us. But I decided to make a storyline out of it, essentially. I was like, okay, if this is how this is going to go, I'm going to make a storyline out of it. And so I created a character, or the character kind of just created by my life is, you know, I'm a better wrestler than any of them. And that's why they're being jealous and hateful or whatever. So a wrestling promoter, not the one that was running this particular show, but his friend, another wrestling promoter in town who was pretty cool. He bought tickets for us. And I asked Matthew, I was like, are you sure we should go? Like, we got a lot of heat. He's like, we'll just go. And I'm like, okay, well, if I go, I'm going to come in like my gimmick and I'm going to work it. So we go and I like make a few videos like, oh my gosh, I'm here, guys. Like, y'all know how much these people dislike me, blah, 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 just to kind of get my fans on edge, not actually thinking that there would be like a problem or whatever. So I would say that like when we got there, I made a couple videos, but we sat down and we enjoyed the show for an hour and a half. We were there before the fight even happened.
We cheered just like any wrestling fan would.
Yeah.
You know, we booed the bad guys.
My kids were having a blast. Like I'm a wrestler, but I'm a mom first. And when we sat down to watch the show, like we were all just like enjoying the show. And I think everything would have been fine if the girl in the crowd hadn't tried to fight me. Like that kind of just took everything into a weird turn. And the girl that tried to fight me was a girl who used to be on the show, our show, the wrestling show. And then she quit because she got mad at me for something that I honestly didn't really understand. I really didn't. And her hate for me progressed. And so when I walked in and I seen her at the show, like I walked in, I was like, oh God, Kayla's here. Hopefully she doesn't try to fight me, because she went on like 3 different podcasts saying she was going to kick my teeth in, blah, blah, blah. So I knew that she had been threatening me or whatever. I didn't actually expect her to come up from behind me and like hit me the way she did, because I was literally like filming my kids. Like my kids were like cheering and stuff. And me and Matthew walk in and we're like, oh my gosh, look at the kids. Let's film them. And we're sitting there filming them. And then this girl just comes and shoulder checks me from behind. And I'm like, this is not going to be good. And I feel like everything just went bad after that.
Crazy.
Like stuff like that doesn't belong. Like people should not be trying to fight you at an indie show. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
That's not good for
Disrespectful.
you. That's not good for that person, and that's not good for the indie promotion that's trying to give.
No, I would have never. And it's interesting because the indie promotion thinks that like me and this girl set it up, and I'm like, bro, and they have it on camera. I'm like, you can clearly see me. Like, she comes up and hits me from behind, and I like turn around and I'm like putting my hand in front of her, like, don't do this. Don't do this in front of my kids. I don't want to do this in front of my kids. Of course, she showed up without her kids. I honestly think she knew I was going to be there and set me up. And like set up to try to fight me at the show, which frustrates me in a whole other way. But yeah, she showed up without her children and then decided to pick a fight, an actual physical fight in front of my kids, which, you know, my kids know when we're play fighting, but they knew when that went down that was, you know, that was legit. You know, I literally had to cock back and punch her right in the face. It's on camera, you know. I didn't want to have to do it, but I'm also not going to not defend myself, you know. And so however anybody wants to take that, you know, all I can say is it wasn't a work. It's unfortunate that it happened. I don't want to apologize for like my gimmick of being like an indie slayer. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I think it's a good gimmick. It gets heat. I'm not going to stop what got me to the place that I'm at, you know?
Yeah. You guys don't deserve that. I mean, and to think there's a time and place to do that stuff. Right. And when you're with your family, that's not a time and place to do it.
No.
It's like, if you want to work something out, that's different than, you know, but if you're coming at somebody at a show, that's very disrespectful and that's very unprofessional. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so unprofessional. It was so bad. And like to top everything off, it was like our adrenaline was pumping. You know what I mean? I just got into a fight. You know, I mean, I fight, but I don't like actually have to fight for my life. You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to like, okay, we didn't get kicked out. We explained to the promoter that she's being crazy. You know, let's go try to like sit back down at our seats and just relax. And the guy in the ring, who obviously knows who we are, I think he really thought that we were trying to ruin his match or whatever and started yelling at us. I mean, like actually yelling at us. And I was like, whoa. I was like, no, like we're not doing this. And Matthew was like, bro, he's like, you will get in this ring right now, blah, blah, blah. And like stood up on the ropes and stuff.
Yeah, he did get up on the ropes, yeah.
And started pointing and yelling. It was like, okay, this is not going to be okay. Like, and we just have to go, you know? And so then anyways, we get escorted out. I think I threw up the middle finger at that guy, honestly. I'm not going to act like I didn't walk right up to the thing. And then he called me.
I mean, we were sitting in the front row.
We were in the front
having
row.
An indie show with no barricade between the ring and the guys.
We were in the front row.
And then you're challenging them to a fight. What do you expect's going to happen, bro?
Yeah. Like, some people were like, why'd you walk up to the ring? And I'm like, well, we were literally right in the front row. So when we stood up to start talking, we were just kind of there. You know what I mean? There was no barricades or anything. But
our friend Justin
wants to know
what show is this at?
We're not even allowed to bring it up.
Okay.
All right, yeah, he's trying to.
Every time I say the name of this company,
they threaten to sue us. So
yeah, they're really getting upset about it.
Yeah.
And also, besides, this is Owners Month. We don't say
you don't want this owner to sue us either.
No, I don't want to have no problems with the guy who owns this promotion. But like when we got kicked out or whatever, me and Matthew were standing right there, and he comes up and gets in my face, and I was like, really? I was like, you can't, you know, man up to my husband. You really got to step to me.
You know, they forced a bear hug on me by a security guard.
They did. Yeah. They had it was really, really weird.
It did not treat me very nice at all.
But we do have on camera because interestingly enough, we were kind of on Instagram live, just fucking around, like talking shit, whatever. And when we walked in, when we were filming our kids on the Instagram live, and that's when she came up to us. So we actually got the fight on Instagram live, and like you got me telling her like, no, don't do it in front of my kids, blah blah blah. And these other wrestlers, they still wanted to think it was a work. I'm like, well, whatever. There's nothing I can do about it.
Unbelievable. And it's like you speak about going to shows without barricades. There are actually a couple of indie shows that don't have barricades. Because I've been to a couple of those, and I'm like, whoa.
Florida, right, Keith?
Yeah,
especially if you're going to start fucking with the crowd. You know what I mean? The same weekend that we had our altercation, that headbutt happened.
Same night.
It was the same night. I'm like, whoa, you know, like you got to be careful on what you do with the fans, maybe, because holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, MJF this weekend also the same thing. What's your guys' opinion on that?
Oh, bro, it's the
That's
best
great.
thing I've seen on wrestling on television.
It's great. It's really great.
In a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I heard somebody compare it to what CM Punk did like 11 years ago when he kind of walked out on WWE, which I think is a great comparison. You know, Punk obviously is there now, probably influencing storyline ideas. So it only makes sense that they would pick up where he left off on that one. You know, I like the idea. I think that they should fire him. You know, I think it would be great if he went to WWE and fought Cody Rhodes or some shit and then came back to AEW and won the belt. You know what I mean? I think it's a great storyline. It's great for wrestling. His promo was on fire.
One of the best promos I've heard in a long time. I'm like, man, these wrestlers need to step up their promo games because he literally just killed it. And you can't really tell if it's real or fake, but that's why it's so great because you don't know and you can speculate. Like, what is it a work? Is it not a work? We don't know because that's just great reality or acting by MJF.
I love that.
High when he's on screen.
Yeah.
You know, because the fans are waiting.
He's captivating. And like he does. He has a you love to hate him because he makes such great points. He made a lot of great points. I love the fact that he brought up the ex-WWE stars and said that like they couldn't even lace his boots. I'm like, yeah, that's a great thing to say. Great way to cause controversy.
Yeah. Me and Joe were actually talking about that. He's like, Geek, you really think this is a great company? They won't even pay MJF the money he deserves, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be about the money. I like that he's making it about that in his gimmick, you know, and we don't really know the ins and outs of the things.
No.
I'm sure he's making a lot of money.
Definitely.
You know, I'm sure he's making good money, and I know his
But I
contract's
mean, if
up
they're
in a
gonna
few
pay
months.
like Jeff Hardy more than him, I think that is kind of bullshit on AEW's part, just because he is like, you know, he started AEW. You know what I mean? He really helped make AEW what it is. So I feel like there should be respect in the compensation.
Totally.
Exactly.
Like if it wasn't for, I'm not saying only MJF is like the big reason why everybody knows about AEW, but like he kind of put them on the map.
Yeah.
For like arrogant jerks. You know what I mean? Like,
great.
Like if you think if you don't watch wrestling and someone shows you MJF, you're gonna be like, what promotion is this? I've never heard of this alien promotion before. You know what I mean? Like, because I have friends at work. This guy I work with doesn't even watch wrestling. He went on YouTube and watched one episode of AEW Dark, and I guess he saw an MJF promo. Now the dude watches every episode of AEW.
Yeah.
And he's like, I hate MJF so much right now.
Yeah.
And I said, dude, if you lived on Long Island Extreme, you'd probably cry. You're like, no, I wouldn't. I hate the guy. I'm like, you don't watch wrestling. It's the first time you watch wrestling is because of fucking AEW, dude. Really?
I think he's
wrestling
great.
does to you, right, Kate? Right, my man. Wait, this guy doesn't even watch wrestling and watch 1 week of AEW on YouTube, and now he's hooked.
Yeah, because I mean, he's that good. Like he outshines a lot of other people in the realm of playing a character. Like he's so good at it. I can't think of many people that are as good. Maybe like Chris Jericho. You know what I mean? He's exceptional also, but.
Yeah,
MJF just brings something different to the game.
Last night after his promo was over, like I literally kept on watching AEW to see if he was going to come back out.
Yeah,
I'm like, let him come out and do anything else.
Yeah,
So
he's
fans
a
are hot for him.
draw. He is a draw.
You know, they didn't bring him back out. They should have. When Wardlow was out there, I was hoping so bad MJF was going to come and beat his ass, but he didn't, obviously. But that would have been good. You know, they could go farther with him in that Wardlow storyline. I don't understand like the power bombs and whooping his ass, and I don't really understand all the booking over there. I know this is Owners Week or whatever, and I do feel like Tony does kind of need a little bit of help with his booking and his storyline writing because he's got a lot of good puzzle pieces. He's just not painting the best picture with them.
Yeah.
Yep, you got that right, Justin.
I feel the way to go with this right now is I don't know what the terms are with MJF and Tony Khan, but the way to go with this now is to take the title off Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that's
transitional champion. At this point, we're not trying to make Punk.
Yeah, he's made.
He's been 11 years ago. You know, he was
How many
made
times?
over and over again. Punk should be up there just for somebody to come knock him off.
Yeah.
What would you think, guys? If this goes for you, Geek, what would you think if MJF won the title and then left AEW and came to WWE with the belt?
That's what I think they're trying to do. They're trying to do the Summer of Punk thing where he wins the title You get it? This is what they're doing right now. They're
And goes to WWE and shows up on the TV and does the
he
thing.
he does the kiss goodbye with the title. Does
the thing with the you guys probably both remember with what's her name did to the woman's title on WCW.
Oh yeah, London Blaze when she dropped it in the trash can. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody else just mentioned that. All of MJF's merchandise has been removed from AEW.
Oh, that's my boy JB. What up, JB?
Hey, what up, JB? Welcome, big guy.
Also from the Screw City and a wrestler on the wrestling show, JB.
Yeah. Make sure you follow us.
Make sure you push the follow button. Show us the love.
Yeah.
So we can see the dancing cat. But
yeah, man. So if they are taking his merchandise off of WWE or off of the AEW shop, that's the same thing WWE does when they get rid of a guy. So it's a great storyline idea. Only when his merchandise goes for sale someplace else, it's going to skyrocket. I would hope he sells the shirts on Teespring now.
I don't know. Like they say that a guy in the chat that the guy in the chat just said it's a work. But why would you take someone's stuff out of the store? I know he's under contract till 2024, but still, something must have happened in real life.
Yeah, something. I mean, this is, to be honest, something must have really happened in real life, because the thing is, it's like MJF is white hot right now. So now to tell me that they're taking everything off, so you can't buy his merch. So it's kind of silly in a way to take off.
That is interesting.
You would want to keep his merch on there.
You would think so.
Because if it is
the work, not if you have so much money you ain't needing merchandise sales. I think Tony Khan's trying to think outside the box, and I think it's great. I think it's a great storyline still, bro. I think MJF comes back. That's why I'm saying I'm surprised he didn't come back last night, but it makes sense now because they're going to further the storyline. They should fire him. He should go shoot promos on his own YouTube channel. Try to see how many different sparks of revenue he can get going to get all the fans.
On the wrestling show and
come to the wrestling show.
Right.
Oh my God, that would be great.
Oh my God,
that's like goes up with a scarf like, I want to challenge you. Yeah.
Thanks for the follow.
I mean, I'll challenge him on the show. That could be fun. I'll say, I guess you're a free agent now, bro.
Oh my God, he used to challenge Braun Strowman all the time when we first started the wrestling show.
Braun Strowman don't live too far from me. And people are like, really? But Braun Strowman, he's the biggest bitch I've ever seen in wrestling. And he never says nothing back. Yeah, but maybe
he'll break the fence behind your house and just walk right into the yard. I told you I'd come one day.
That's he'd be standing there waiting for me with something other than his fist. You know what I mean? He's not that kind of guy.
He'll be standing in the schoolyard just sitting there like this. On the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
Playground brawl.
Oh my God.
It's going down. Punk in 2011. Yep, another right there.
That's what we're talking about, bro.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I can't get that image out of my head with Punk blowing the kiss at Vince McMahon.
With the title in the hand. Or...
Oh, bro. At that Money in the Bank show in Chicago, I was definitely there when CM Punk fought against John Cena and Laurinaitis came out at the end. One of the biggest pops ever was when CM Punk won in Chicago. I mean, I got chills just thinking about it right now. Like, I remember that happening, and nothing else has ever topped that now, unless MJF kind of pulls the same thing and takes that belt and runs off of it. There's that storyline where CM Punk left off. It's great wrestling storytelling.
Not only that, for MJF to beat CM Punk in Chicago is another thing to get the heat right there.
Yes.
Oh man,
that's what they're setting up for.
That's what they're setting up for right there.
Oh, you're probably right about that. That's a great idea.
So you get the
wrestling fans.
Geek got the scoop right there. There you go.
Figure it out
for me.
Kate needs to get the little fedora on with the card in it. Got the scoop right here.
Oh my God.
She got the glasses going today. She needs a little fedora with the card in it.
For real.
She said she was gonna match you and wear glasses.
I was like, I'm gonna wear glasses with Joe.
Oh gosh, you could be our reporter at the shows. I'm Kate. I had to make it like Kate altered it. You have your other character, like
I have so many characters. I could just pull one out of nowhere.
I'm reporter Kate.
Reporter Kate, yeah, easily.
representing dudes at ringside. You could be our beat reporter. If you ever go to another show, you could be like a beat reporter. I'm here with blah blah blah. What's your name? You can't beat me. What's your name?
Right, exactly. I get all the people trying to fight me still.
You can be like this. You'll start the interview. My name is Reporter Kate. This person can't beat me. So who trained you?
It doesn't matter.
Whoop your ass.
Yeah, Jimmy says if he ends up in WWE, their viewership skyrockets.
Bro, for sure. And
For
he's
sure.
got to fight Cody. He's got to go to AEW and fight Cody.
I love Cody right now.
Makes so much sense.
I want him to win the title.
Break the forbidden door down. Just have it all worked out with WWE and AEW together.
Yeah, why not?
There
I
you
don't,
go.
Make it a golden arch.
since we're talking
Instead of the
about like
forbidden door.
owners and promoters, like they're so like don't want to work together at all. It's so weird and they're so competitive.
On every scale of wrestling.
I'm like, why can't we all just like collab and stuff? That's what we do on YouTube. We're all collabing and stuff. And like these wrestling promoters are like, no, stay away. Don't ever come back. Don't look at me. Don't mention my name. It's like, whatever. You don't understand how the internet works. Sorry.
Vince McMahon, I'm sorry, is like the big kid on the block. That's like the rich kid that says, you can't play with my toys.
It's our mentality. They call that the trickle down effect.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like some wrestlers just take themselves way too seriously. It's like, just relax. You know,
It's sad. It's right, guys. It's almost sad, but like
That's why I love wrestling right there, because all the indie companies work together.
like
It should.
they should.
our friend Jenny Santana has that works for. She's a partially owner for UWW in Vegas, and her promotion right now works with like other people. And there's so many other people. There's so many wrestlers in her promotion, all female promotion. There's so many awesome female wrestlers that are on that roster. Like it's like almost crazy.
That's awesome. Yeah, we don't like have any female wrestlers around here, like at the indie shows. Like zero.
Really?
Zero. None. No, that's why I get so frustrated, because it's like, I mean, you could at least have me, you know what I mean? But they're like, nope, no females, not you. It's only, like I said, there's about 15 guys that wrestle in the indie promotions around here. And that's the only people that they want. Like, they don't want to like let anybody new in. Like, I don't know.
There is a forbidden door. And like I'm saying, it trickles down.
And it might just be the Midwest. Like, I don't know if we
No,
have an
it's
issue over
everywhere.
here, like near Chicago, where everybody's just, you know.
I mean, like Joe's saying, he's mentioning these female-only promotions.
Yeah.
They got to go
Yeah,
out
like
and start their own.
UWW, Liberty
Right.
Pro, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But there is one that
CCW.
CCW.
Yeah.
That's why they start their own, because they wouldn't be able to get in anywhere else. I guess that makes a lot of
Or else
sense.
they
It's
just be
sad
shocked.
because there was one girl that female wrestler we're supposed to have on the podcast from Chicago. I think her name was like the sweetest girl in Chicago. She has like the donut, and like I don't know. I guess she turned heel and changed her whole gimmick, but she was like the sweetest girl. I guess Kate, you took that role. Yay!
There you go. Now you're the sweetest
Yeah.
one in Illinois.
Yeah, not everybody is actually their gimmick. She calls herself the sweetest girl, but I guess underneath it all,
Yeah. Mostly indie shows, like they only have one women's wrestler in each indie promotion. It's so weird, you know?
It's like a sideshow.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
they don't give her an actual fighting chance of actually,
Ooh.
getting over.
I
She's
know
really-
another match that could happen if you guys ever go to England. There's an indie promotion called Outcast. They only have one female wrestler. Luna Trix is their women's champion, and they have to practically fly people in from.
I bet.
Yeah, it's so
That's
sad. for her. But she fights men, and she's a good wrestler. Really
That's
good.
awesome. See, and that's what I really like too. I like to see women fight the guys. Like, I really would like to see some, like, more of that. I really would. Like I said earlier, I would love to see Rhea Ripley fight the guys. Charlotte Flair fight the guys. Like, there's so many awesome, talented females that could definitely hold their own, if not better, with a lot of guys in the ring. It's like, why not do it?
Yeah. I mentioned this before we were out there. I mean, Charlotte Flair versus the guys, that's the next thing for her because she's done everything.
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. She has done everything, and that is the next step. And why not?
Yeah, what do we predict? Charlotte Flair versus Austin Theory for the Intercontinental Championship.
Charlotte Flair versus AJ Styles. Book it now.
Whoa, man. That was,
That's a good
one.
That's another one.
Do you think Roman Reigns would be good against Charlotte, or do you think they'd put too much of Roman Reigns in the match?
Man, I think if they just let Roman Reigns go out there and ragdoll her ass, Superman punch after Superman punch, spear her a couple times, she's all fucked up, and then he beats her at the end. I think that'd be great. You know,
I don't have to just stomp her out. I mean, Charlotte.
She might give one little onslaught of offense, but you know, Roman Reigns beats everybody. He's like, you know, undefeated in 400 million days.
I could see like him doing a really long like go back and forth on the microphone against her. I could see them like he's like, you need to go in the kitchen and respect me or whatever he said.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me. She'd be like, no, I don't acknowledge people that don't look me in the eyes when they talk to me.
He's got it all written out in his mind, man. Yeah, it's perfect. That would be a great storyline. They could work with it forever.
I swear, I see this in a couple of years in WWE and be like, didn't I just come up with that idea? Right there.
They're a few years behind in WWE. They'll catch up.
They're behind. WWE's always behind right now.
They're good and all, but if you're watching this, you never will WWE put the game together. You kind of screwed up the universe mode a little bit. You got rid of the side caps in the universe mode. If you're like, if I had Kate in my game and I want her to go on the microphone and kill it with a promo, can't do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah, they don't let you do the little side caps in the universe mode. Like they had like the match gap, nothing, match gap, nothing, and you could put nothing. You put Kate on the microphone talking, doing a spiel talk.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore.
Wow.
Got rid of that.
Wow.
So it's just straight matches. And it's like, how am I supposed to build a rivalry and do like a spiel crap talk on a microphone if I can't do spiel talk crap on a microphone?
Huh. Do you stream your wrestling show on the internet anywhere?
I should, because I have a lot of good matches I got. Actually, I have to do the match. I have Kylan King versus the Brazilian Wonder Woman actually going to do it in an Iron Man match.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Sometimes those can be pretty entertaining, you know, especially if you got the guy who's doing the commentary.
Yeah,
you're like
Justin,
talking about stuff too, you know what I mean?
Justin had a question. Yeah. Wrestling show, ever match, intergender match, Chris Statlander versus Mark Sterling, Brooks Cleed versus Limitless, Wrestling 2018. He said he was there.
She's filming it right now. We'll definitely watch it. He said it was there and it was amazing.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We're actually having the owner of Limitless on the podcast.
No, chaotic. Chaotic, Joe. Get it right.
All right.
It's chaotic.
Yeah.
We'll check it out.
Hello, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. So,
you screenshotting the match, right?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
we got it. We'll check it out later.
So, have you guys thought go coming on the East Coast to come check out the indie promotions over here?
Oh, man, bro! Like
I'm scared to go back.
If I have security guards, I would want to go to the indie shows again. You know, like I love wrestling. I used to love going to all the indie shows as much as I possibly could. I would have gone. And I love going to the pro shows.
I was honestly enjoying the one that we were at. Like,
yeah, I was having a great time.
It was, even though I talked my little promos before the matches start, I feel like it was fun. The kids had a good time, and now I'm like, I never could go back.
Yeah,
oh,
so the situation was right.
Yeah, because even like the wrestler in the ring, I think he started talking about me on his Facebook, and like it just like
got way too much. We lost personal friends over the situation, you know what I mean? Like it really became serious.
Yeah, no.
People choose not to believe the truth sometimes, and like I don't want to put myself and my family in a situation where somebody else can cause a problem, and then all of a sudden I get all the backlash for it. So
yeah, because it's interesting when you're like trying to create storylines, like on the internet, and you put yourself out there, and some people are like they don't understand like what's real and like what isn't real, which I get it. It's probably kind of confusing, but. Well, a lot of our friends just didn't understand the gimmick side of all of the.
You guys are just trying to watch a show. That's all you guys are trying to do, and then this shit happens. It sucks.
Yeah, it did.
I feel like that's me and Joe one day. It's like me and Joe we're just here to watch show. That's it. We're not here.
Don't really want any problems
until one of the fans comes up and decks you for a comment you made about Charlotte Flair's ass in 2020. I can't believe you said that. Boom.
No, everybody's gonna deck me because oh, he doesn't respect. Like, shut
yeah,
up.
so, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I think Joe will get the hate more than me, but it's all right.
I love Geek was like, you gotta go to AEW show. I'm like, I'll go to the show. And I'll be sitting like
not
this.
the biggest AEW fan to let you
Not the
know.
biggest. I
Yeah.
just don't like. I'm an old school. I'm a New Yorker. The Garden. I have all that props from New York, and like, I just feel that the Bucks kind of insulted the Garden by being out of the contract at that moment. I thought they were supposed to be legitly on that contract on that roster that day. That's why I'm like,
So wait, what happened?
No, he's bummed about the G1 Supercard at the Garden. That when they all left before to start AEW.
Bro, I did not know about that. But
yeah,
sounds like it sucked. And you're holding it against who? The Young Bucks? They all
the Bucks. I love the Bucks. I gave the Bucks my Ghostbusters stickers in New York City at like an event that we were at, and they were like, "Oh, dude, Ghostbusters, really? This is cool." And then after that, I was like, "These guys just dissed on the Garden. Who does that to Madison Square Garden?" Like,
it's known to MSG.
Who says if me and Geek could do a live show in the middle of the floor, like a concert at the Garden, I'd freaking be like, taxi, Uber, send me to New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Madison Square Garden is like probably the Mecca right there.
It is. 100% is.
I posted a picture on the Dudes at Ringside page. It was on Father's Day. I still remember. We were walking around the city with my dad and my brother and my sister, and I turn around and Garden's like right there, the cool part with the edges, and I'm just like, took a picture and put it on the Instagram. I can't even tell you how many wrestlers actually like that photo, and some of them put the hearts like, "Oh my God, that's my dream." You have to find it on the Instagram page.
Yeah,
nice. Let's check
on the
it out.
Ringside page. I'm like, I have so many memories at Madison Square Garden going as a little boy, and I still remember. I get chills the first time I walked in and I sat down and lights turn off, and all of a sudden you hear "Welcome to the Jungle," and Howard Finkel comes in, and then he's like, "Welcome, I'm Howard Finkel, and welcome to Madison Square Garden."
Oh my God.
I still remember.
I love the parody voice. That's good, bro. You sound just like him.
That's like Howard Finkel for me. Like that man, God rest his soul. Like I think of the Garden, I immediately hear Howard. I see him in the ring standing. When I went to the Garden with my sister to see Limp Bizkit, I don't know if you saw that on my Instagram page. I saw.
No, that's dope though,
dude. Limp Bizkit, I just got chills. Limp Bizkit still has it. Fred Durst, even though I saw the mustache when he on your Instagram, Freddie. You got the handlebars like your brother, man. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
He got the hand. It was a birthday present from me.
I met him. He's so cool. He's
So
such a cool guy.
Give you a little.
That's funny.
No, he was like, I was just sitting there waiting online to get into the concert to see Limp Bizkit, and what do you know? He had this big guy with a beard. He didn't have a beard at the time, he just had the red cap and everything. Big long beard. I'm like, who's this guy? I'm like, he had no idea. I'm like, dude, it's Fred.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I didn't get a chance to post the videos because it was all the music and I didn't want to get in trouble. But the last song they played with, Fred he's like, "Turn the fucking lights on." And the lights all turn on in the Garden. Everybody's like,
"Aw."
It was like, no, it's so funny because everybody turned the lights on. You know how it was like when somebody turns the lights on in the basement when you're having a party with all your friends and there's girls there and you're like, "Oh, fuck. Hide the weed. Hide the beer." And the lights on, and all of a sudden he says something and all you hear is, "Burn." The last song they played was Break Stuff.
I believe it.
Oh my God, the Garden went absolutely insane. But the lights were on. The whole concert lights were off.
Wow.
And then he just said, "Turn the fucking lights on." Everybody turn the lights on. He was really cool. He was so excited because I think this was his first concert back to New York during the pandemic. And he was like, "Turn the lights on, guys." No, turn the fucking lights on. Garden light. People turn the lights on. I told turn them. We're all like,
wow.
But it was a good concert. Fred Durst still could put on a concert.
Bro, I bet he played at WrestleMania one time. That guy's a gangster.
I saw him 3 times. He's awesome. Yeah.
Wow. Still got it. Who's playing the guitar? It's not Wes anymore.
It's
Wes
still
is
Wes is still
He
there.
is?
Yeah, Wes is still
back,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
They made amends. I was so happy they made amends. I was
Was his
like,
face all painted up?
yes, he had the black
Whoa.
down here, and
Oh,
he was wearing a white suit. I have the picture. I have some pictures. I wasn't that close, but I was like on the side, a side shot, but it's still.
All right. I'm gonna check
Martin.
this out. Oh, they must be going on tour then. I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything about them coming to our area, but I'm gonna check it out. We're
Go
going
on
to see-
Limbiscuit.com. They may have some tickets
They have,
available.
they have a new album too. A new album.
I heard a couple of the songs off the new album. They're playing it on Spotify the other day. It sounds good.
They're
Sounds
good.
Like good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Nice.
played new songs. Me and my sister were like, they did have a few good songs. Like, she's like, it still sounds like Limp Bizkit. It doesn't have that new techno sound. It's Limp Bizkit. It's just everything we remember from the 90s and the 2000s. So like, nothing changed except for Fred. I can't tell if he was wearing a wig, and because he had this long thing
because
down to his
the old thing when he kind of looked old with the beard and everything.
Yeah, he just has
The whole idea is he's trying to look like a grandpa or dad or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
Grandpa Pierce.
He's trying. That's the gimmick he's trying to go for. So
he was
Okay.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
cracking jokes. Came
He
out
was
and
always funny. Yeah, that was one
Yeah.
of the reasons I liked the band so much for us, is he was a comedian. You know,
Yeah.
and Wes is crazy, and a lot of the songs would make you laugh or want to go break some shit.
yeah, he
I
played
remember-
everything. Like
I remember
like,
Wes came out with his own band back in the day.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
I
Yeah.
forgot the name of it. It was something monkey something. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something weird.
Yeah.
sad when he left the band. I was like, this is not my generation. No.
Oh,
No, bro, they made like another album or two, and then they never even released one of them.
yeah.
Like I had a couple of songs downloaded, and then the album never came out. And it's been like a couple of years hiatus, maybe 20. Now they're back.
I don't think they actually. I think was this. This couldn't have been the first time they played the Garden. Was it, Geek?
Maybe in a long time.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think. Maybe in a long time. I was going to say because I've seen them at the Paramount like 3 times.
And it was hilarious.
They played
Because
Hammerstein once.
It was hilarious, guys. Before the concert, was sitting there like, I'm drinking my beer, just looking at the stage, and looking at people around with their red hats on. I'm like, wow, so 2000. And my sister
Oh
goes,
my God.
look at Randy, and I'm like, yes, sister. There it is. She's like, Monday Night Raw's coming here. I'm like, she's like, wow, wrestling really follows you where you go. Yeah, it does. I'm at a concert. And I'm wearing my Dudes at Ringside hoodie too. And
There you go.
Yeah.
Got to do a little self promotion when you're in a big old venue like that.
No one said anything. I'm glad because I don't want to have to break my foot off in their ass.
You'd be signing autographs, bro. That'd be what you'd be doing.
Yeah, signing all those titties.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Hell.
really
Hell yeah.
bad, Joe.
Making sure to sign his whole name, Joseph Panther the
Yes,
Third.
Joseph Panther the Third. The boyfriend's just like, I'm almost done. Don't worry. Oh, around up. Oh, I wrote the J wrong. Sorry. Rarudo? Joseph Rarudo the Panther. It's Rizzuto. Why'd you put the Z like? I was watching Billy Madison a few weeks ago.
Okay, yeah. I know you're
Rarudo.
talking. Yeah.
Rarudo? It's Rizzuto.
Love Adam Sandler, bro.
Oh, which
He's
one?
got
Adam,
movies.
which one's your favorite?
My favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a great question. I'm gonna have to go The Water Boy. I went and seen that in theaters so many times when it was in theaters. And
Yeah.
then since then I watched it a bunch too. So that's my number one. Happy Gilmore is probably number 2. What about you?
I like, as I said, Billy Madison.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a rich kid and he's chasing a penguin around the beginning of the movie. That was so me.
I always like Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr.
Deeds.
Deeds.
Wedding singer.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Geek gets mad around Valentine's Day. I text Geek, love stinks, and then I play if it's on TV, I always record the sound on my iPhone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's Danielle's favorite. Also the mod.
Well,
I love she loves him and he loves
She
her.
watches that movie all the time. The Wedding Singer all the time.
It's a great movie.
Great.
That totally reminds me of me if we're live somewhere. Sir, you're ruining you have what does he say? You have nothing to say. And the dad just like he insults the dad at the end of the song. The guy just punches him square in the face.
Yeah. Let's go look at the freaks over at table 9 over there.
Oh yeah. You know they'll never get laid.
Yeah, like that movie. Those movies are like timeless. If they even tried to reboot Wedding Singer, I don't think it would be the same.
They made a musical.
Oh yeah, they made a musical. Yeah,
yeah, on Broadway.
The music's good. I
Yeah, I
guess.
was going to say the soundtrack's really good on that movie too.
yeah.
Also, another Adam Sandler movie that doesn't get talked about enough is Little Nicky.
Oh yes,
The movie's great on so many levels.
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne's in it. Henry Winkler gets covered in bees. You know, like so many great things happen in that movie.
Popeye's chicken is the shiznit.
Yeah, it's great. He does a great character the whole entire time throughout the movie.
I don't think he's made a bad movie.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean,
even Jack and Jill was funny for me. I even found
I've never
Jack.
seen it. I think I turned off the Zohan movie. There's been some of his movies that I've turned off.
Why Not Pronounce You Chuck and Larry is a good one.
Oh yes. Oh my God, Chuck and Larry is hilarious. I love that.
I like
Oh, there was one he did. He filmed in Salem. It was like a Halloween movie. It was like around 2000.
Hubie Halloween.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
We
That's
almost
pretty
watched
fun.
that last night.
Oh
That
yeah.
was
It's so
pretty fun.
funny. Oh my God. I watched it during the pandemic. I think me and my mom, I watched it and then my mom watched it and then we watched it together. Like
Nice. It's
it
on
was
Netflix.
around 2021 that one came out because it was still
Oh,
pandemic.
Okay. He's got a
Yeah.
new movie coming out that him and LeBron James made.
Yeah,
What?
it's a serious movie. It's a serious movie.
Okay. Which I like him as a serious actor too.
Yeah.
It's like the Uncut Gems movie that he came out with. That was actually pretty good too.
Kate fell asleep during it. She missed the ending. I told her the epic scene at the end was
I
worth
did fall
watching the whole
asleep.
movie for.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
Watched
the
my
one
mom
that
eat.
was in about the girls getting married.
Girls that get married.
It had Chris Rock in it too.
Oh, that one. That was a funny one. That's
His
on
daughter
Netflix.
was getting married to Chris Rock's daughter or son or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
It's really funny though.
That was a
I
good
did
one.
like that one, but Uncut Gems, I definitely.
Oh, Grown Ups. That's another good one they had.
Yeah, Grown Ups is really. I think John Cena's in part 2, right? Or part
Yeah.
1.
Didn't he do another one with Drew Barrymore where she couldn't remember anything?
They did
Oh yeah,
three.
yeah.
with-
Oh God, that was in Hawaii. That one was in
They
Hawaii.
did three with
yes.
Drew Barrymore. They did
3
those
was Drew. Okay, because
Dang.
The Wedding Singer, and then Forgetful Lucy, whatever the name of that movie is, 50 First Dates, and then there was another one I think where they both like had kids from a
two.
different
Blended.
Blended. Yep. I don't
Yeah, I've
remember.
not
if I've ever
seen
seen
that
that.
one.
I've never
Adam
watched that
Sandler,
one.
if you're watching this, you're the man.
Yes.
For real.
And bro, his concert that he did, his last live concert, he did a dedication to Chris Farley. You know, it's still one of my favorite songs.
I saw that.
He started crying.
I couldn't believe that shit. I'm like, why are they doing this to me right now?
Oh my god! I was like, "Oh, what a cute song!" And he's like,
You're like, you crying? No.
"No, he
I was fucking.
he was
losing my
bawling. Like there was no hiding it."
shit.
You gotta make that TikTok. Are you crying?
No,
I'm going to do that.
cutting onions. God dang it!
making
On the-
your dinner, baby.
At the same a concert, he had a song called "Phone Keys and Wallet."
I still
Yeah.
sing that song.
Oh, we did. We did another day. Phone, wallet, keys.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, what am I missing?
Phone,
And then-
wallet, laptop keys.
Such a funny song.
Yeah, man, he's a
Really is.
genius. He
Yeah,
thinks like a wrestler because a lot of his songs are like from a character's perspective.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and he parodies a lot of different stuff. So, like, I think just as a wrestling fan, we're going to be drawn more to guys like Adam Sandler who can just snap their fingers and become somebody else and like break the lines of what's real and what's not.
He really is like a wrestler because he comes up with different characters every single movie.
Yeah. He's definitely a character actor
Mhm.
for sure.
Mhm.
Definitely.
You know what character he should have made a movie for, and he was on SNL is the Maestro when he was singing and during the news.
Opera Man.
Where's the Hopper Man movie?
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
god!
That would be hilarious.
For
Because he,
real.
I don't know, because remember he does still probably still gets checks from
That's enough.
NBC, Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
Lauren
Saturday Night
Bacall.
Live. So
Yeah.
he has to have some rights on using names that he used characters for, because SNL did have a production company that did movies back in the day.
I think they still do. You know, they got that MacGruber as a show now.
Yeah.
And they're taking Pete Davidson off of Saturday Night Live, keeping him on Peacock, you know, NBC, but just giving him his own show also. So I really think that Lorne Michaels dabbles in a lot of media outlets in Peacock.
The last movie I remember from Saturday Night Live, Geek, you know, Baby Don't Hurt Me.
Oh, that's a good
Roxbury.
movie.
Roxbury. Me and Geek, we watched that movie religiously, right, Geek?
I saw the movie so many times. I even got the mod to that movie. She's like, "What is this movie?" And she started laughing. She thought it was funny too.
That's me and Geek. That's me and Geek on a daily basis when we're hanging out. That's like, hey, what's going on, Max? Me and Geek. If you ever hung out with me and Geek, that's like us.
Yeah.
That's like if you picked us up from the airport, that'd be us in the backseat.
Just happy to be here. A little tweaked out.
Because all that soda in the plane.
Yeah. Really.
Or if it's Frontier, just sit there with nothing.
Nothing. Don't move.
Sorry, Frontier. Don't sue us. No, because like Frontier, you have to buy everything.
Okay, I've never seen that.
You never taken Frontier, so Frontier is super, super cheap, but everything is an add-on to Frontier. Oh, you want to pay for luggage? Okay, that's another $100. That's another $200. So it's like, you want a drink? Okay, that's $3. That's $4 for a snack. I'm like, geez, they don't give you anything on this plane, do they?
That's not cool.
I've only flown the one time. Yeah, it wasn't Frontier. Then they gave you free stuff on the plane. So
It was Allegiant, which will never fly Allegiant again.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
They canceled our flight the day of our flight. We were heading to SummerSlam in Vegas.
Yeah, in Vegas. Yeah.
So we were gonna drive to the Rockford Airport, right here in our hometown, and it's like a couple hours away from our flight, and we're like getting ready to go, and they canceled our flight, and we're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? So we had to like call Allegiant, and then they set us up with a new flight, but the airport was 4.5 hours away. I was like, okay. So then we had to drive 4.5 hours to the airport.
Yeah.
So no, never go with them.
That was our flight story.
That's whack. It's horrible. Like, think about it. Like, you're all ready to go. You had your bags packed, and then you had to drive 4 hours to a freaking airport.
Another airport.
Another airport.
No, a different airport. When there was one 10 minutes down the street from us, but no, Allegiant canceled.
And they waited till the day of to cancel the thing too. It's kind of strange. But we made it to SummerSlam. Kate got to see Brock Lesnar as a surprise entrant in a match. You know what I mean? Like it came out after the match.
Nah.
But it's not every day you get to go to a live pay-per-view event. And it's never every day you get to see a return of your favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, you better wear your Brock Lesnar shirt. He's coming out tonight. And she couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it.
So
what I was gonna do was I was gonna have my Brock Lesnar shirt and then put a John Cena shirt over it. So when Brock came out, I would tear off the John Cena shirt and have the Brock one underneath. But of course, I couldn't find it. So whatever. That SummerSlam was a lot of fun.
I was filming her live on TikTok too.
Yeah, we got a cool TikTok of it.
A lot of views. She's like, Brock. You know, it was really, really cool.
Have to find it. Have to find it and watch it.
Yeah, it's a real reaction. It's a real like wrestling reaction. It's good.
You have to find ours from. It's on my Instagram page. Is when we were at WrestleMania when. What was it? Oh God, Kofi Kingston won the title. It's my live reaction on when Kofi Kingston won the title at WrestleMania 35.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I remember that match. It was him and Daniel Bryan, right?
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson.
Uh-oh.
Bryan Danielson, right?
That name is cursed for me, Daniel Bryan.
It's hard to always remember. But at that time, I think he was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys plan on going back to WrestleMania anytime soon?
I want to try to go next year, though.
In LA, maybe. I have to think.
Yeah, we're thinking about it too, bro. If we all go, we should meet somewhere.
Oh God, yes. Somewhere fun. We'll have to find somewhere fun.
We're a good time. We're a good time. We might be too much of a good time.
Especially in Los Angeles, will be a good time.
Oh gosh.
I love LA. I love LA.
Oh gosh, we'll be screwed up on the time. Me and Geek like, what do you mean it's?
Oh shit! You guys are going
You're
across
really gonna be
time
fucked up.
zones.
And also, it's different countries, so it's a different state. It's legal.
Yeah.
Bro, they have the best.
Mm.
LA literally has the best LA Kush
He's
ever.
gonna kill me. He's like this son of a bitch, Joe.
Well, if you guys do decide to go to WrestleMania, let us know.
Oh god, we'll be hanging out. We'll be drinking and having fun and partying.
Oh yeah.
We'll have a double. Oh god, we could do like a. Oh my gosh, if we do
Even
it,
if we don't go to WrestleMania, because just to be in the area of WrestleMania is fun.
we could do a.
That's a good idea too, bro. We could just like do a live show reacting to WrestleMania somewhere.
Or a
down the
prediction
street.
show. We could do a live prediction show.
Oh, we
Because
do that every year. That's like my favorite thing to do.
The fans do like that a
Because-
lot.
That's
because
not
we-
even
that's-
We didn't get a chance. We didn't know anybody that would want to do it. So maybe this year, this coming up WrestleMania, we can make
Yeah.
make a bet that we can get together on here if we can't be together, and we'll do a prediction show together.
Yeah.
I love
Sounds
it.
great.
I love it.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to predict right now that Roman Reigns is going to fight against The Rock. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
prediction.
That's happening. It's happening. That's
That's so
happening.
happening. That's
Good.
so
I'm glad you
happening.
guys agree. Good. I'm ready to see it.
Most people
Yeah,
don't. They're like, it's not gonna happen.
It's happening. It's WrestleMania. It's LA. It has to happen.
Yeah, good point about LA. I
has
can
to
see The
happen.
Rock wanting to show out for
In
LA.
Hollywood,
Yeah.
I can see
all
Paul
the
Heyman's
wrestling
face.
fans, they all know The Rock went to where? Hollywood. So if
Yeah.
WrestleMania is going to Hollywood, it only makes
That's where
sense
The
for
Rock
The Rock to
is.
come out of retirement. Like I've been saying, some wrestler in WWE needs to come out of retirement. They're all fucking retired. Who's going to come out of retirement first? It's going to be The Rock. It only makes
Ric Flair.
sense. I think it's going to be great for him to come out and challenge his cousin, and whoop his ass. I really think it only makes sense for The Rock to beat Roman Reigns. I hate to say it, but Roman Reigns needs to lose, and the fans need to see The Rock win one more time because he did this for John Cena, and it
There's
went
no
over
way
really
The Rock
well.
is gonna win.
You don't think The Rock's gonna
I
win?
don't.
The Rock's not winning. I'm sorry.
Not a
The Rock-
chance.
The
Okay.
Rock-
He's doing a dive to Roman.
Oh.
I want to see Paul's face when he says, "Nobody is gonna beat me," in the Rock's music hit, and the Paul Heyman. will be like,
Yeah.
Bro, I can't see him letting The Rock go down if he comes back because what they do with Stone Cold Steve Austin, I guess they
He
brought
won.
him back. He won. And the fans went nuts on night one. So I think next year after Austin does it, they tried it with him, went over great. Now they're gonna let Rock come back and probably do a cinematic, some type of thing with Roman. Maybe it won't even be for the belt. Honestly, it might not even be for the belt at this point because
No,
Cody
it doesn't need to be. Doesn't need to be.
It could be
don't
just
need-
for the
No,
man.
it does not.
It don't need to be. It needs to be for like the head of the table or whatever.
Yeah, I would love to see Cody win. The
Yeah, be the champion. And
The
Roman.
rumors. Did you hear the rumors, guys? That like if Cody wants to bring back the old school Winged Eagle title. Did you hear about that, guys?
Yes, I did. Great idea.
What are you thinking? What do you guys think?
That's my favorite belt. That was Sean's belt. That was Brett's belt. Hogan had it. Taker had it.
There it
Joe
is, right there.
might have it behind his head. Yeah, everybody's
Inside
got it.
background by the title.
Yeah, it's epic. Well, why not recirculate the belts? They brought Big Goldie
Yeah.
in. Bring back this one. I hate the big W's.
Oh,
I don't understand it, especially that they all look alike. It doesn't make you want to be after one prestigious belt. It looks just like the women's title. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't get the whole big W on all of them. We know what company you're wrestling for.
unless you're blind, you read the braille. Oh, it's WW. Oh, I'm at the wrong show. Like,
Oh, you're watching. You paid to get there.
Yeah.
You don't need to see the logo on the belt, in my opinion. That was cool for the toys or the action figures or for marketing, but not for what they actually have. It doesn't even look prestigious.
Yep.
So where could people find your show and find you guys?
You can find us on YouTube. Just type in The Wrestling Show. That's our most common place people land to watch us.
Yeah.
Kate's got an Instagram channel, Kate Jones _TWS. Mine's Matt Jones 2587, but we're on TikTok, we're on Snapchat,
Yeah.
Facebook, anywhere you get your social
Caitlin
media.
Jones on Facebook.
You can find us everywhere, bro.
Twitter, I'm at Crazy Casey.
Mhm. The Wrestling Show has a Twitter. You can
Wrestling
find
Show
us.
has a Twitter and Instagram.
You guys got custom requests, you can email us at The Wrestling Show, but that's THA Wrestling Show at gmail.com. So The Wrestling Show, you can send me all of your custom match requests. I read everybody's stuff. I respond to most people. I love interacting with the wrestling fans. I had a great time hanging out with you guys tonight. I look forward to doing it again on WrestleMania Eve.
Oh yeah.
Oh
gonna
my
be a
god,
lot
that
of
would be
fun.
so much fun. I love doing wrestling predictions. It's like my favorite.
We could try to make it just us, or we could add a friend or two, like our friend Justin, a nerd of
It was in the chat here.
yeah, our buddy Justin. He's a good guy.
The more the merrier.
If we had a panel at like ESPN where everybody gave their predictions and we could see who won.
Oh my god,
you know,
yeah.
At the end, maybe they get like a candy bar, you know, or it'll be some like golden trophy that the winner.
Oh my god, I just thought of something.
The loser has to take shots.
Whoever wins would have to send their cities stickers and stuff like that.
There you go. That's a good idea.
idea.
That's a good idea.
Like if you won, we would have to send like a Pennsylvania, Geek would send to New York, and I'll send it, and whoever else could send like their city's
Everybody
stickers.
sends their
Like,
sticker.
yeah,
I'll send you guys
I'm the Metal Geek.
our signatures on
Geek's trying to get out. I'm Joe Panther the third.
it. Right there.
Your turn.
What about us?
Oh, you say name. Say
I'm
name.
Joe Panther the third,
I'm the
I'm
Metal
Matt
Geek.
Jones.
I'm Kate Jones.
and we will catch you in the next one.